Okay, class. So good evening. So today we will tackle the last formula. Okay. I'm referring with this as the last formula. Okay. This formula, paired observation. Okay. We'll tackle a problem related to this. Can you look at the formula? It says there D bar. I told you before, if you encounter bar, it means to say that this is the average. So okay, D denotes differences. Okay. You have two observations. So in terms of difference per observation, okay, you get you get the differences, no? Kasi marami yan later. Then you get the average. Okay? Minus the difference that you declare in null hypothesis. Remember, sub-zero, okay, yun yung ating parang assumption in step 1, which is the null hypothesis. Remember, I told you, let's agree on this. Okay? Kapag H sub 0, okay, that is null hypothesis. Kapag H sub 1, that is the alternative hypothesis. No? S denotes the standard deviation. But later, I will give na different formula for standard deviation. Okay, we will use na lang siguro the Excel automatically, no? Or your calculator, if you have your scientific calculator. Okay, let's start. Okay, this is the problem. No? To determine whether the membership in the fraternity is beneficial or detrimental to one's grades, the following grade points averages were collected over a period of 5 years. Okay? So let me explain let us explain the table, no. Kapag yung student nag-join ng fraternity, ito din yung possible na grado from year 1 to year 5, okay? 2.0, 2.0, okay, year 2, year 3, 2.3, and so on and so forth. Now, if yung student is non-fraternity, hindi siya nag-join ng fraternity, hindi siya nag-join ng fraternity, so ito din possible na average na scores niya, no, or grado niya. Year 1, 2.0, year 2, 1.9, and so on and so forth. Now, assuming that the population is to be normal, test at 0.025 level of significance whether membership in the fraternity is detrimental to one's grades. Okay? Now, I told you before, okay, before we'll proceed with step 1 to 6, you must first enumerate all the given. No? I think yung direct lang talaga na given dito is alpha, which is 0.025. Okay, yun lang yung direct ba. Okay, so siguro isa pang direct in terms of the number of observations. Okay, I'm talking about years, no? So n is equal to 5. Okay, yun lang ata yung direct na given. Okay, now, okay, before we proceed with step 1 to 6, okay, let us declare variable. So mu sub 1 and mu sub 2 be the averages of fraternity and the non-fraternity students respectively. So therefore, ang fraternity is mu sub 1, non-fraternity is mu sub 2. Okay? Now, okay, pwede magdala tayo ng step number 2. Okay? Now, ang kanyang declaration dito, can you look at this portion? Ha? This is from the book. Mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is less than 0. Remember, mu sub 1 is the fraternity, no? So, ibig sabihin, may assumption siya dito na detrimental yung pag-join ng, tama ba? Detrimental yung pag-join ng fraternity. Okay? Kapag less than 0, you're talking about negative. Okay? You check with the table, no? Kapag fraternity ka, dapat mas maliit yung grado niya, okay? Kaysa sa non-fraternity. So, less than 0 talaga yung magiging difference. Tama? Okay? Magiging 0 yung difference. Okay. Bakit parang may natin? Okay, so let's go back. So, kaya ito yung kanyang parang claim, no? Okay, actually, I can accept other claim as long as tama naman yung step, the preceding steps, no? But ito yung assumption ng libro. Okay. Now, I told you, okay, by the way, mayroon nakalagay ba sa problem na talagang may assumption niya that the joining fraternity is detrimental to one's race. Nakalagay kasi beneficial or detrimental eh. Okay? But I think that is our presumption. Okay? Kapag nag-join ka ng fraternity, talagang lilit ang grado mo. Yun siguro. No? Naging realistic lang siguro yung author in assuming okay, your hypothesis, no? Kapag ganito yung assumption natin, so I told you, okay, kapag less than lang, dapat ilagay mo sa step number 2. Okay? So to oppose this one, okay, actually you can put, okay, class, okay, you're allowed, no, to put, okay, di ba sabi ko dati, okay, to oppose this one, pwede siyang greater than, okay, or equal. Okay? Parang ganyan ba? Kaya imagine na lang sa ibaba itong guhit na isang guhit, no? Litan lang natin. Okay, sobrang liit. Okay? Now, bakit ganito yung assumption ng book? Bakit equal siya, sir? Okay? Remember, kapag, di ba, I told you before, to oppose this one, dapat greater than equal. Tama? Okay? Kapag ganun yung ating assumption, okay, nakalagay mo good or. Okay? It means to say, kapag yung difference ng mu sub 1, mu sub 2 mo, okay, is greater than 0, you're assuming na, okay, mas malaki dapat yung value ng mu sub 1, which is the joining fraternity, beneficial pa yung pag-join mo ng fraternity. Tama ba? Kasi nga nag-assume ka is should be greater than 0. Okay? Actually, I can accept this. Okay? Sa taas, no? I can accept this. Again, if you read this one, greater equal, okay, pwedeng greater than, pwedeng equal. Okay? Yung sa akin lang class ba, para magkaroon tayo ng pareho na answer ba? Okay? Pwede next time, okay, kahit di tayo mag-follow ng book, ina-allow naman ng book na ganito, no? Kapag less than itong sa isa, automatically greater equal to yung isa. Okay? Okay, so assume na lang tayo, the same ito sa book na ganito. Equal lang yung nilagay niya. Okay? So makikita nyo later anong ibig sabihin, anong iniminimin ko, no? Okay, next. Alpha is equal to 0.025. So just lagay mo lang. The next is critical region. Okay? Critical region. Sir, bakit ito yung formula? Kasi yan lang yung ang pwede, no? Kasi nga, given itong parang observations mo, tabulated. No? Kaya imagine kapag naggawa na kayo ng research, kung may thesis kayo, no? Example, you exchange fraternity, you want to compare, may epekto ba sa grado, o nakakatulong ba talaga sa grado ng estudyante yung virtual class. Kaya example, virtual class ito dito, tapos ito yung face-to-face, no? So nag-record ka ng results ng grado ng estudyante, for example, for whole school year, for example, high school, no? For example, first grading, second grading, hanggang fifth grading. Ito yung parang averages ng estudyante ba? Then, at the end of the school year, okay, you compare, meron ba talagang epekto, detrimental ba or beneficial yung virtual class sa estudyante? Parang ganun ba? Okay. Anyway, okay. Let's proceed. So again, klaro na gagamitin natin is yung last na formula kasi yun lang talagang po pwede. Okay. Bakit yun lang po pwede? Okay. Check natin, no? Okay, check natin itong iba. Hindi talaga pwede kasi hindi naman given yung iba eh. Okay, ito lang yung po pwede. Okay, so mag-agree tayo nito lang po pwede. Now, the last formula, klaro siya na t-test talaga siya. Okay? Kasi nakalagay, walang z-test na, walang z na formula. So, t-test. So, gagamitin natin yung t-table. Okay? So, remember yung t-table, kailangan natin ng alpha at saka ng alpha at saka v, no? V is equal to n minus 1, no? Follow lang natin itong formula dito, no? That v is equal to n minus 1. Okay? Huwag kayong mag-rely masyado sa iba. For example, dito nag-iba naman itong formula ng v. Okay? It depends on the formula na gagamitin. Okay? So let's go back. Okay? Ito. Okay, paano kukunin itong negative 2.776? Okay, first, I told you, you are required to draw. Okay? You draw the bell shape na graph, tapos kay saan i-shade, magbabase kayo always sa step 2. Okay? Step 2. So, imagine this tip of your arrow is pointing to the left. Okay, that is why the shaded portion is the left portion. Okay? So, ang next mo na gagawin, ano ba itong value ito? Yung value na yan. Okay? So, gagamitin natin ulit is the intersection of 0.025 and n minus 1. Again, binilang na natin yung n kanina, which is 5. So 5 minus 1 will give you 4. So hanapin natin sa table na intersection ng 0.025 at saka 4. Okay, baka malito yung iba, sir, bakit hindi mo gi-divide sa 2 yung alpha? Okay, again, class, we only divide the alpha if two-tailed siya. Okay? Since nag-assume man good yung author, it's one-tailed, it's going to the, actually, it's a lower tail, no? To the left yung shaded portion. So, di mo dapat siya i-divide sa 2. Okay? So, we'll use directly the table. Okay? Saan ba yung table natin? Okay, ito. Again, 0.025 at saka 4. Okay? That's the intersection. Okay, ito, hindi yan. Kasi isa lang zero nun eh. Okay, after the decimal eh. This one, no? 0.025 at saka 4. Okay, the answer is 2.776. Okay, remember yung shaded portion dito, class, no? Kapag ginamit nyo directly, hindi magbibigay sa inyo ng correct answer. Because this is positive. Remember our shaded portion on the left side. That should give you the value of negative na t. Okay? Actually, pwede nyo din sa gamitin na ito. Assume nyo lang siya negative kaagad. So, I told you before, magbase talaga tayo kung anong drawing ng table. Okay? Dito magod ang given sa gilid. So, ang pwede mong gawin para makuha mo kaagad yung negative 2.776. Okay? Bali, ang gagawin nyo is, i-deduct nyo siya sa 1. Okay? Hindi kasi kumpleto ito na table. Okay? Pwede nyo gamitin yun, yung kumpleto na table. I'm sure magbibigay sa iyo ng negative 2.776. Okay? But this time, okay, wala tayong choice gamitin itong 2.776, but you assume this should be negative. Why negative? Let's go back with our table. Because in the left side siya. Okay, remember, okay? Tingnan nyo yung table, nasa right side siya, oh. Okay? So assume lang kaagad negative, no? That is why it's negative 2.776. Okay? So meron na tayong critical value here. The next is your computations. Okay, remember, ito yung ating formula, no? Okay, napansin nyo? Ito yung formula natin. Okay, paano ba kunin yung d bar? Okay, all you need to do is to get the difference between the two. Okay, 2 minus 2.2, negative 0.2. Okay, 2 minus 1.9, positive 0.1, and so on and so forth. Okay, that is the differences. Okay. So after nyan, okay, check natin, kailangan ba yung summation? Okay? If kailangan ba ng summation? Yes, because you need to get the average of your differences. Remember, in computing for the average, you need to get the total, then divided by the number of data given. So in this case, okay, kaya siya i-add 0.5 divided by 5. Okay, that will give you negative 0.1 na average. Okay, yun yung ilalagay natin later dito sa D bar. Okay, minus, okay, etong D sub 0. Ang D sub 0, kung ano nakalagay dito sa ating H sub 0, which is equal to 0. Okay, class, ha? Hindi kayo malito, just follow H sub 2, tapos H sub 1, I mean, tapos ano ba yung opposite niya. Actually, you are allowed to use greater equal to. Okay? So, pwede. Okay, next. So, meron kayong malagay dito na 0 later, no? Ang next natin is S sub D, or the standard deviation of differences. Okay? Kaya follow na lang this formula, no? In terms of standard deviation of differences, you need to, okay, this will be n, no? Times 0.13, okay? The summation of your square of the differences, okay? Minus, okay, saan nagaling yung 0.5? Negative 0.5, the summation of your D, okay? And next is the square and divided by 5 times 4. Okay, saan ang galing itong 5 times 4? That is n times n minus 1. Okay? So that will be your sort of, actually, ano siya variance is because squared siya, 0.02. To get the standard deviation, you just need to get the square root. Okay? That will give you 0.14142. Okay? So yun ang ilalagay nyo later dito sa ilalim. Again, class, ito na lang. This will be, natin kayo malito. Okay, n, then followed by 0.13, that is the summation of, okay, summation of, ito na lang, no? Summation of the differences, square of the differences, no? Then saan galing itong 0.5? Okay, dito. Okay, follow na lang kung saan, check na lang dito sa table kung saan galing. Itong 5 dito, so galing pa rin siya dun sa n. Then, open, close parenthesis. Then times n minus 1. Okay, actually n minus 1 is degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom. Okay, remember, yung sagot dito is the variance because naka-square man good sa class, no? So, ang need dito sa formula is the standard deviation of the differences. That is why you need to get the square root of 0.02. Okay? Again, get the square root of 0.02. On your calculator, square root of 0.02 will give you 0.14142. Okay? Ay, klaro class, no? After nyan, okay, given na lahat. Tama ba? So, dito tayo mabase The average of D is negative 0.01. Kaya yan siya. Yung difference na declaration mo sa A sub 0, it's 0. Okay? Divided by S sub D, or the standard deviation ng differences mo, which is this value, divided by the square root of n, which is 5. No? Square root of 5. Using a calculator, kindly compute daw, it should give you negative 1.58. Okay? So after nyan, step number 5, I told you to go back with step number 4, no? Kasi doon mo sa step number 4, malalaman mo, nasa shaded portion ba o nasa rejection area ba yung iyong value sa step number 5. Okay? Iyan na plot natin. It's negative 1.58. So itong point na ito, okay, galing yun sa table kanina, negative 2.776. So dapat before siya nun, value na yun. So nandito yung value mo na negative 1.58. So wala siya sa rejection area. So I told you before, kapag wala siya sa rejection area, you accept yung null hypothesis. Kapag nasa rejection area siya, you reject the null hypothesis. That is why yung decision dito, accept the null hypothesis or H sub 0 and conclude that the membership in the fraternity does not significantly affect one's grade. Because you're accepting na wala siyang difference. Okay? Klaro class, no? Now, for example, ito yung assumption mo, greater than. So, possible pala, sir, that mas beneficial pa yung tao nito, yung pag-join ng fraternity. Kapag nasama mo yung greater than sa taas, actually, you disregard the greater than. You know why? What's the reason? It's because yung value mo is nasa left side. Yung value mo sa step number 5, nasa left side. Okay? It means to say, hindi siya sagabal. Okay? That's according sa sa hypothesis testing with this given na data. Hindi siya sagabal sa grado ng estudyante. Kaya you're accepting. Ano ba yung accepting mo ng A sub 0? So balik ka dun sa step 1 mo. Sinasabi mo sa step 1, okay? Diba, I told you before, as one of you, okay? Kapag assumption mo pareho yung mu, anong difference? 0. Okay? Sinabi mo sa akin 0. So it means to say equal yung dalawa. Okay? Kapag you are assuming equal yung yung magiging grado pag nag-join ka ng fraternity at hindi ka nag-join fraternity, so wala talaga siyang, does not affect the grado of the student. Okay? So we end the lecture. Okay? Ano lang class, explanation ko lang because I will give this as your activity for tonight. Okay? This number. Okay? Figure Perfect Incorporated or Incorporation is a women's figure salon that specializes in weight reduction programs. Weights for a sample of clients before and after a 6-week introductory program are shown here. Okay? Disregard client 1, 2, 3, 4. Para lang yan siyang year class, no? When you go back with para lang siyang 1 year 1 to 5. Okay? Binaliktad lang yung parang format niya ba, no? Huwag kayong malito. Okay? Binaliktad yung format. Okay? Example, ito yung year, no? Sa taas yan, no? Then yung weight before, okay, para lang yung fraternity. Okay? Yung weight after, para lang din yung non-fraternity na hindi ka nag-join ng fraternity, no? Then instead of 0.025, use 0.05. So I think it's very clear that okay, in this problem, you will use the last formula. So again, please apply na lang kung anong natutunan natin dito, no? Okay? Just apply na lang. Sana wala kayong question dito, class, no? Okay, nandiyan na lahat, no? So in short, please follow kung anong format na binigay dito sa example. Okay? I'm sure you can answer this one, this problem. This is due on Saturday. Okay, this problem is intended as a business application for MBA students. No? Okay, 5 of you are MBA students. The rest, MAED. Okay, ito na lang bigay ko class para ma-practice kayo. So next week, okay, mag-start tayo ng ANOVA. Okay, so again, okay, please keep safe and God bless. So I will end the recording.